coach, put me in the game.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking to flex, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress, I'll be making all the checks. Anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gone, yo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. This shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Harrison into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. And his defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Throwing. Love. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Henry. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
But those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down, here's an option right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Lions at 4-6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Love looking to throw it. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
A definitely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. For Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They saw Ron Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got this, complete to Williams. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So an early advantage now, a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Henry again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Henry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling field for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action this time with Love. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
10 cycles. Cut.
Now a carry for Bernard. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That's 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have 1st half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth 1st half that we've seen.
On the double.
From the 38, Love. And it's complete to Adams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams, 38 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot, stay the course. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Harrison. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. To throw on second down. Harrison going for the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Love now. And this is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I would guess they combined. If you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, Love. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Love back to it here after the pick 6. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Harrison. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Henry up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harrison. Able to hook up with Williams. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the option to give to Swift here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from 28 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for two.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Love, they go play action now. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Love. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On play action, glove to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing on 1st down. Harrison got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harrison. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the
play, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time you start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Running from the gun with Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Harrison. Man open left side, it's Williams. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. He dumps it off for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Looking to throw. Harrison. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Love. Touchdown! Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Flush to it. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over.
Well, this was a fun one today.